Hello, today I'll be analyzing the Pyramid of Sneferu, built around 2600 BCE, located in Dashur, Egypt. The architect of this pyramid is unknown, and it is one of the first true pyramids to be built at the time. Key terms to consider when talking about the bent pyramid are scale, excavation, occupiable space, and most notably, monumental and extreme poche. The analysis of the bent pyramid will be centered around the question of how much of a structure's volume is taken by monument, or in other terms, unoccupiable space. To begin, the section cut of the pyramid reveals the extreme difference in volume taken by poche in contrast to the volume taken by occupiable space, or in some parts, hollow unoccupiable space. This contrast becomes a lot more drastic when examining the percentage of the occupiable space in the actual built pyramid. Half of the program is housed in the ground under the structure, which is by use of excavation techniques. We see two excavated chambers connected by a path, one excavated from the additional pyramid structure that was placed on top of the terrain, and the other, lower than the first, excavated from the bedrock below the bent pyramid. The space placed underground hosts the burial chamber, hence further perpetuating the idea of extreme poche when considering that the entirety of the bent pyramid, including the chamber excavated from it, could be viewed as additional volume to the program. When further analyzing the formal qualities of the two chambers, we notice the stacked rock roofs placed on top of each squared space. These stacked roofs serve the structural purpose of supporting the lateral and gravity loads placed on the chambers by the dense volume placed above them. The stacked roofs are, however, not the only aspect of the architecture that stem from the structural cost of building a monument at an extreme scale that is in its majority poche. We notice that the facade of the pyramid is bent at the top. This is believed to be due to the cracking of the pyramid at the halfway point of construction, as the angle at which it was initially built was too steep for a monument of this scale. Hence, visually, the structural cost of extreme poche on the architecture is apparent. It is when looking at the pyramid from an exterior perspective that we start to understand how the extreme poche and its cost are justified by ulterior purposes. Ancient Egyptians were firm believers in the afterlife. This comes through in the architecture with the geometric shape of the pyramid. The pointed top was a pathway leading to the souls of past pharaohs to the sky. Hence why the extreme poche is justified firstly by the religious and ritualistic aspect of ancient Egyptian society. Secondly, a big part of why pyramids were built so large was for vanity. Situated in the middle of a vast desert, a monument wouldn't be noticeable unless it was of extreme scale. Size was also a way to assert your power and financial ability. So to recap, the extreme poche of the pyramid is a consequence of trying to achieve a triangular shape for religious reasons, while asserting, through scale, the importance of the structure and its context and the power that the pharaoh held. When looking at the features of the bent pyramid of Sneferu, today we see a multitude of massive structures being built with a huge amount of unoccupiable space or poche. To give some examples, we see poche for vanity in the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest building to date, which has a total of 29% of its volume that is unoccupiable. And we see poche for monumental and religious reasons, with examples such as the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona and the Blue Mosque in Istanbul, which locate them as central and noticeable part of their respective environments.